Hey, what is going on, guys? And it's Goose, man. It's Goose, and man, I got a video for everybody. And well, man, Sean Payton, stuff started coming out a few days ago about him maybe retiring from the Saints, and I necessarily didn't. I'm not going to say I believed it or didn't believe it, but I thought it was interesting that that was coming out. So I did think that there was a possibility a few days ago that this was going to happen. But man, Sean Payton retires with a few years left on his contract. I think he's still under contract like 2025, 26. I think I could be mistaken on that. He's still under contract for the Saints, but he is retiring. Which and I was wondering when Drew Brees, when Drew Brees retired, how long would Sean Payton stay with the Saints? Just was I'm wondering that, and would he want to continue coaching without a quarterback? Where him and Drew Brees made a name for themselves for a long time in the NFL, and they were very successful. But so Sean Payton came into the Saints in 2006, right after the Hurricane Katrina hit in August of 2005, and then Hazlitt didn't last that year. It was a disastrous year in 2005. But so Sean Payton came to the Saints in 2006, and nobody really, and there was, I mean, nobody. I don't think anybody. If you told somebody in 2006 when Sean Payton got hired that this is the kind of tenure he was going to have with the Saints, you'd have been probably shocked, because right off the bat he goes to the NFC Championship game in 2006 and lose to the Bears. But you can see that things maybe starting to change for the Saints. Maybe we can be a decent football team. And then they won the Super Bowl in 2009, and we've had some chances since then. Just didn't work out. It's always hard to win it. It's always hard to win a Super Bowl. It's hard. It's very, very hard. Things have got to go your way. Things have got to go your way. You got to have a lot of luck involved, and the Saints, they were very unlucky in the playoffs. The last several times they went to the playoffs, ball didn't bounce their way, and that's the way it goes. But Sean Payton ends with a record of 152-89, a winning percentage of 631, and he was 9-8 in the playoffs for the Saints, and then of course he did win that Super Bowl back in 2009 football season. So this was a little surprising. This was a little surprising when I saw the news come out a few days ago that he was contemplating retirement. He's only 50. Let's see, he's only 58 years old. So if you think he's done coaching, you're crazy. He's not done coaching. Is he going to come back? Is he going to come back to the Saints? No, that's not going to happen. He's not going to come back to the Saints. This ship has sailed once this was announced a couple hours ago. Where's he going to coach after that? Where's he going to coach in a few years? Your guess is as good as mine. But somebody will be looking for a coach in a few years, obviously. It happens in the NFL all the time. But Sean Payton's not done coaching. So anybody thinks he's done at 59 years old, 58 years old, excuse me. Yeah. But hey, look, where do the Saints go from here? I mean, they're gonna look at Dennis Allen probably, since he's already on staff. But other guy I would go look at is Brian Flores, the coach of was the coach of the Dolphins. He's a very good coach. I don't know why he got fired at Miami. I think that was a mistake. That's a coach I would go look at. Maybe Eric Bieniemy. He's with Kansas City. He might get a look. And then you got the retread. Then you got the retreads. You got Mike Zimmer out there. He's going to get an interview with somebody. It always happens that way with these NFL coaches. They get fired and they get hired. They get fired and they get hired. And it's a revolving door with them. But Sean Payton calls it quits with the Saints. And, the Saints the Saints won't have another run like they had with Sean Payton. Just not going to happen. I don't care who they get as a coach. Just not going to happen. They're not going to have this glory run, as you call it. Well, this was the glory years for the Saints because before Sean Payton came here, the Saints were garbage. Outside of a few years when Jim Moore went to the playoffs in the late '80s, early '90s. and Saints have been pretty much garbage throughout their history of the franchise. And Sean Payton has made them winners, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to have another run like they had since Sean Payton became the coach back in 2006. But this is what the Saints are faced. This is what the Saints are faced with now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see who get as a coach, who they're gonna get. Like I said, I want to go look at Brian Flores. Dennis Allen's going to get a look just because he's on staff. He wasn't that great with the Raiders, but yeah, who knows. All right, man, that's all I got for you. So Sean Payton calls it quits. Sean Payton, his tenure is done with the Saints, and it is what it is. All good things must come to an end, and the Sean Payton era is over with the New Orleans Saints. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time.